Good morning. This is Terry from Martindale, Arkansas, and I'm just up on the hill above McHenry Creek, where I grew up on the creek my whole life. Uh, 4 different places I've lived have all been involved in McHenry Creek, so that's where all that comes from. Learned how to fish on McHenry Creek. But we've been doing a little video series on learning the code. We'll tell about that here. Happy. People aren't happy anymore. I've tried to give you a few insights on what maybe me and my family have done. If you know me, you understand it. If you don't, I've got some books you can read. They're on my website. Learn a little bit more about me and having fun. But this last part 8 of the code, it's the 7th characteristic. And it's just called to uplift friends and family. You got to be ready. We're talking about starting with our nucleus here, our friends and family, and then if we can accomplish that, maybe we can spread out a little better. But just being ready to uplift. Now let's review just a little. Since the very first video, I've been having you go to the mirror and just look in there and just kind of smile and say, it is fun being me. And it is. I can say that, and I'm excited about it still today. I try to find a fun thing in everything that happens, turn that negative into a positive, and I'm having a blast. The older I get, the more fun I'm having, I think. But if we can achieve these characteristics that we're sharing, hey, you'll become this person. Promise you. Now, remember my family's motto, have some fun and search for more. And there's that 14th birthday again. We went to a hiking trail that leads to a cave so we could find a bat, and we did. If you can blow that picture up, you can see a bat up in there. That's what she wanted. Now, I'm going to make you lean forward a little. Be ready to uplift friends and family, but lean in a little closer, a little closer. Hey, you don't know what goes on at other people's homes last night. Things happen. Life happens. We got to make sure we understand that. That's the premise of this part. People are distracted because of life. Life is hard. What's that old saying? Life is hard and then you die. Sometimes that's kind of the gist of it. But people all around us are hurting. Your close friends and family have difficult times. And we've got to find ways to help pick them up. Bad news, I don't look at the news much because it's pretty much some bad news. But bad news is the norm, and we can help once we're armed with these characteristics. Let's take a look at a couple of just things that happened this past week. We had some students killed, stabbed at one of the schools. We had a nightclub in Colorado. Somebody came in and just started shooting people. What was the matter with them? What were they mad about? I don't know, but it affected a lot of people. So let's think about the students at that school. How are their parents and friends feeling right now? Are they distracted? You bet they are. People at the club, they have family, they have parents, they have friends, and some of them are dead. Are those friends and family distracted today? Absolutely. So having a bad day is real. It can happen. And even now, right now, people did wake up this morning distracted because of life. And it ain't easy most of the time. Some of the things we're facing now, the cost of stuff at the store and the fuel is very distracting. But what are we going to do about it? When we have friends and family distracted, having tough times, what are we going to do? Yeah, we're having some too, but we've got to do something. You'll see in a minute, somebody's got to step up and go first. When friends or family are hurting due to life circumstances, someone's got to do something. My grandpa, he died a month before I turned 18, but he told me a few things back then. It still haunts me, some of the things he told me I'm supposed to do and supposed to be. He said, if somebody needs help, somebody's got to help. Did he mean that? He did. That's who he was. If somebody needs help, somebody's got to help. Somebody has to go first. And the trick here is us becoming that person that realizes, hey, I'm going to be somebody. I'm going to go first. So let's take a look. This is the characteristics we looked at. Being wise with your words, and you can go back and watch all these short videos. Be honest, be kind, be positive. Patience. Remember patience? It's not just the act of waiting, but it's how you behave while you're waiting. And then compassion. Are you really concerned about the suffering of others, and are you going to do something about it? So here's our last one. Just be ready. Be ready to be the person that will step up and do something. Who is the super happy person? The person that can accomplish these characteristics and live these characteristics. This is how you become happy, and you can share happy. Now, here's the code again. The value of people. People are special. You're special. You count too. And special, precious people are counting on you. And by learning and accomplishing those characteristics, this is how you can understand the code. Now, let me ask you a couple of questions to finish up. There's an old word, Selah. You know what that means? Pause and think about it. Do I have family and friends who are better people because of me? Do you cause people to be better? Your lifestyle, your actions. Do I cause people to be better? Now here's another one. Selah this. Are there any stories out there about me and compassion? Remember that one? If there aren't any stories out there about you and compassion, you have homework. People are precious, you are precious, and they're counting on you. Counting on you to be ready to step up and be somebody. Somebody's got to go first. So there's my contact information. My website's getting more fun all the time. Got YouTube channels on there, several of them, different topics, all free. I've got some books on there I've written. Yeah, you may have to pay for those. Just have some fun. That's what it's all about. So remember, somebody has got to go first. And this is Terry up on that hill above McHenry Creek. I'll be driving across it this afternoon again, heading down to see the folks at their new special home. But I appreciate you listening and watching, and go back and watch all of them if you hadn't. Start with the intro and then work your way through. This is how we can be that person. You want to be that guy, that person? Learn these things. Thanks a lot.